Hello Internet, and welcome to my live reaction for Boruto Chapter 24. When we last left off, Kashin Koji approached Team Konohamaru by dropping a giant toad on Ao, killing him almost instantly. Ao was dead for good this time. No more explosions in the distance. Ao died in front of us, and he is gone, forever. Ao is dead. Ao is very dead. But apart from that, Kashin Koji cast some kind of sealing jutsu on Team Konohamaru. Konohamaru broke out of it, but still got his ass whooped real fast. And then Boruto, in a fit of rage, activated his Otsutsuki seal, absorbed all of the jutsu going on, the sealing jutsu, the exploding jutsu on Konohamaru. But then got instantly tired out, so it looked like Kashin Koji was going to kill him, and he was like, that was real interesting. Thanks for showing me that. And then he just fucking left. So the rest of the gang is going back to the Leaf to report everything that they've learned, including the seal and what Ao was up to, and Kashin Koji's existence, and more proof of Kara. When they stumble upon a mysterious boy who we know from the flash forward as Kawaki. Which, I mean, he's Kawaki, you love him or you hate him. You love or you hate what he's done to the fandom. He's not really done anything yet to love or hate. But anyway, let's jump right on into Chapter 24. Jump right on in, I say 90 seconds into the video. Jump right on to Chapter 24, Kawaki, of course. We have a cover page that's just like a back picture of Kawaki in a torn blue robe as he evilly stares behind his back at the viewer. A lone boy, a lone boy. The TV anime airs every Thursday starting at 7:25 p.m. The highly acclaimed broadcast airs on TV Tokyo. Speaking of, I have caught up to the anime since the last video. It's fucking great right now. The tuning exams are amazing. Chojiru vs. Jinki was amazing. And I'm mad that was not in the manga. Anyway, this visit is a fated encounter. The Kawaki arc has a classic start with the color, and with a color cover, I think it should be, and 41 pages. I'm not entirely sure what that means by a classic start. But anyway, let's jump right on in. So we're in some kind of cavern with a wine bottle, and someone with nail polish is cutting something. It's happening at the same time when Boruto happens to meet the mysterious boy. The enigmatic Kara that's been shrouded in a veil has begun to mobilize now. And yet we see two, I'm guessing they're Kara members, eating at a table. It's like a high-heeled foot. Or a foot in a high-heeled shoe. So I'm assuming it's Delta. She kicks the table away and splits in two. Yeah, it's definitely Delta because Jigen's still sitting really calmly. I never would have imagined that the recovery of the vessel would be postponed to an extent in this situation. What do you have to say about it? And Jigen very calmly with dabs at something on the edge of his lips. Calm down. I haven't even finished my meal yet. And he just magics the meal back. Wow. Or jutsus the meal back. Makes a new table, while the old table is so completely destroyed. So, hold up. Jigen can create food. He can end world hunger, just like that. If he just recreated a meal. Unless, he just transported the meal from somewhere else. I don't know. But yeah, everything's right back how it was. The vessel will certainly return eventually. It's impossible it can do something like escaping from me. No exceptions to that. So it looks like the vessel is definitely a living thing, which definitely furthers theories that the vessel is Kawaki. If anyone's a fan of Kawaki's the vessel theories. And he continues eating, super calmly, and Delta, looks really pissed off. Well, don't make such a scary face. Even if you were to go and see the situation firsthand, it wouldn't matter, so don't think about it. Would this be fine with you? If you don't have any reservations, will you let me do it? But this was a mission imposed upon Koji until the very end. Fundamentally, it will be carried out according to his plans. Though if there are any problems, report them to me. Understood. Thank you, Jigen. Enjoy the rest of your meal. Oh, so Delta's going to, observe? And I don't imagine she'll like what she sees. So I think we're going to have I hope we don't have another encounter with a Kara member before the group gets home. There's no way they'll be able to hold a candle to Delta. And Delta does not seem quite as... I can't quite tell. Once you relinquish him, your son will never return. Understood? Oh, that's Kawaki's dad! And I'm assuming the hooded guy is Jigen now. If, Jigen is, getting Kawaki's dad to, help out. And he looks over at Kawaki and like kind of grunts. He's empty. Not even any redeeming qualities. Except for becoming my punching bag. Alright, Kawaki's dad's a piece of shit, and I automatically feel better about Kawaki now. And Kawaki like kind of groans. To think you give me such a large sum of money for this brat. Are you God or something? And the hooded man, who I'm assuming is Jigen, picks up a like suitcase and like slams it on the ground. And Kawaki's dad opens it up. Eh? This will be fantastic. It's just like a dream. That's a much younger Kawaki. I could not tell he was lying down on the ground, but he's like single digits right there. I can't really tell how young though. And he looks up at I'm assuming Jigen. And the hooded guy like leans down to Kawaki's level. Up until now, you've only had terribly bitter emotions, but that's the end of it all. I took over your custody. You've endured it so well up until now. Please make yourself at ease, because from now on, yeah, it is Jigen. He takes off his hood. I am your father. Darth Vader. What? Yeah, I just saw Solo this week, so like Star Wars on the mind. I am your father, Kawaki. And Kawaki, like, his eyes shock. There's nothing to be afraid of. Well then, and he reaches his hand out for Kawaki, which is not what you do when someone has been abused by their father and you just refer to yourself as their father. You do not, like, stretch your hand towards them, alright? That's just bad manners. Well then, come down her iris. I don't quite know what it's supposed to mean. Is that a new dojutsu? I don't know. Seeming so annoyed, that's rude of you. Nice to see you, Delta, though you weren't invited. Just for your information, Jigen gave me permission. Because you were being slow, I came to see the state of affairs. Too bad you don't seem to have much faith in me. Is an outer accompanying you? Well, just in case, I invited Garo along. Let's be spectators and see what he can do then. Well, that simple-minded guy, eh? Alright, so I have some thoughts about this. Because Kashin Koji is just, like, assuming that she would have an outer accompanying her. And yet, it would make sense that, like, the inners are stronger than the outers, right? Because they, like, are ruling over the outers. And yet, that doesn't quite seem to be what's going on here. I don't know. I can't quite figure out why she would need an outer. Because the inners, I've figured, are, like, the stronger members of the group. So, like, and we've seen Kashin Koji fight. So I can't quite figure out why, unless Delta is, like, particularly weak, which seemed like it would dive into sexism if the one member of the group is the one that's not a physical fighter. But yeah, I don't know. But anyway, we're back with Kawaki and Team Konohamaru. What do you Konoha Shinobi want from me? We have no intention of doing any harm to you. We happened to arrive here while we were investigating a blimp that had crashed in our country's territory. We would like to know the circumstances, so would you mind telling us about it? What basis do I have for confiding that to you assholes? I just want you to leave me alone, alright? Okay, Kawaki is so fucking edgy. Like, really? He's like, oh, he has to curse every line. Alright. I don't know, I'm not really digging Kawaki. Sorry, but we can't do that. According to our own provisions, we must take guardianship over you. If you resist, we'll even have to do so with a bit of force. I get it already. Seems like you want to die. Well, wait up! Kawaki looks at, he specifically, like, shows the palm to Kawaki. You know about this, right? You have it on your left hand, too, right? Hold on. What's the meaning of this? And yeah, Delta also not know about this. Karma. Why do you have that? Karma? Karma, well, what about this? What the heck is this thing? That child. Why does he possess karma? 2 karma. Well then, what's going to happen? Wait, did Kashin Koji not know about Kawaki's karma? Alright. Okay, there is so much going on here, and I want to know so much more. I so love this series. So anyway, Kawaki, like, is glaring at Boruto now. Quit screwing around. As I thought, they are pursuers from Kara, eh? No, you're wrong about that. Please, calm down and listen to what we have to say. I don't care about what you assholes are or whatever your circumstances may be. If you want to come for me, just come already. I'll turn the tables right back against you. There's like a puff of smoke right between the group and Kawaki. What? And someone's showing up. I'm sorry, and his arm looks a lot like the jutsu absorbing arm from the fight with Ao. I'm sorry for intruding during such a busy moment. Allow me to recover you, the precious vessel. And we see a new guy in a tattered robe, with like, it looks like he has two of those weird arm things, and like a Bane style mask just covering like this part of his face, like Dark Knight Rises. Um, and yeah, I'm assuming this is the Garo guy that Delta mentioned a few pages ago. Who is that? Then one after another. Just what the heck is going on? You're an asshole, Garo. They're shinobi from Konoha, too. So they were already in contact with the vessel, eh? Seems like old man Ao failed then, eh? What a disgrace to the Outers. That idiot! Keeps blabbering non-stop. Vessel? That seemed like what Ao was talking about when he was searching the blimp for the cargo. Assholes like you shouldn't keep treating me as an object, you pig. This time I won't ask forgiveness for blowing away your jaw. Ooh, oh, so that's a Kawaki-based injury. Okay. Don't try to look smart, you empty bastard. Be obedient and I'll gently take you home. Okay, so, that use of empty, because that's the exact word, Kawaki's dad used to describe him. So I imagine all of Kara knows about Kawaki's circumstances, and he's definitely, like, being abused by these people, and if not physically, at least definitely mentally, just, like, reminding him of his father at pretty much every circumstance. I would not be shocked if, like, what we saw in that flashback of, like, Jigen's way of approaching Kawaki was specifically how his dad used to do it. That would not shock me at all. That definitely seems like something they would do. So we got Sarada looking at Kawaki, who's not looking at her, just fully focused on Garo. Vessel? No way. Regardless of the situation goes, of how the situation goes, this is the aim of Kara. The vessel seems to be this boy. Boruto, I can't quite read that expression. Of course I still have a grudge about my jaw. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about it. I won't kill you. However, it'll hurt as if you were dying. And he shoots some kind of blast from the arm. There's like a huge explosion in front of Team Konohamaru that I'm assuming is where Kawaki is, but it looks like he's jumped out of the way, and Boruto has noticed. And Kawaki, like, jumps right at Garo. He's fast! And what the fuck is that? His back two fingers and a whole bunch of his arm have, like, turned into like, a blade? Like Migi in Parasite. I'm bringing in all the references today, I know. And he, like, strikes at Garo's arm. But Garo, like, blocks it off. Just as I expected. You've been considerably weakened. This guy is going to be a simple task. Don't make me laugh. My handicap is perfect for fighting an asshole like you. And Boruto just kind of stares at them. At last, the boy who will change everything appears in front of Boruto. Kawaki. Now, their fate will start to move. Kawaki is in a fierce battle. What is that power? Next chapter is in Weekly Shonen Jump, issue number 32, which releases on July 9th. So they have quite a bit of time before next chapter. Another 5-week break for Boruto, because of course it is at this point. It's pretty much always going to be 5 weeks. I missed back last summer when there was like a 3-week gap between chapters. That was really nice. But anyway, this was a really interesting chapter. Once again, the mysteries are really heating up. Kawaki is kind of the one thing I was too hot on this month's chapter, just because it just like seems so needlessly edgy. Like, he can't, like, the sheer amount of times he called like the entire cast an asshole this chapter, individually, over and over again, which seems like code to 13-year-old boys. Like, this guy is super cool, and like, he's just not my thing. Far more interesting note though, Kashin Koji and Delta. I'm really curious about Delta's eye, because like this is Boruto, and this is still Naruto in the end, and like eyes have such a deep history in this series. They've always been so important back to the earliest days. There's no way Delta would have like a random eye, and it would just mean nothing. Like that's the thing that's definitely gonna come somehow. And even like Boruto's had eyes in the anime with the Jogan, even if the Jogan is super fucking vague. It's like the definition of vagueness. But yeah, there's Delta's eye. I'm kind of curious more about Delta and Jigen's relationship. they seem romantic almost, and they're like eating like fine dining together. I don't know. There might be something going on there, kind of like, I don't know, Conan and Yahiko. The Yahiko was never really a villain before he died. I don't know. There's a lot going on there. Let's see. So I kind of have a gripe with calling this a new arc, because it doesn't really seem like a new arc. It seems like it's just the next part of the previous arc. Like it's so like straight on from last month's chapter. You know, it's literally like they haven't moved from last month's chapter. They're in the same part of the world as the last arc. It just all seems like one storyline. At least till they get home from the Leaf. I can't quite accept it as a new arc until like the mission is over. But yeah. This has been a long video, so props to you for sticking out this long. I don't know what else there is to talk about. Kawaki's ability, I'm really curious about. You know, he's got that weird body-deforming blade arm that looks like it's straight out of Parasite. Fuck this manga. Yeah, I went to go look at the blade arm again, and like I went back to the previous chapter, which is a mess of this website. Sorry about that. So yeah, like it looks like someone straight out of Parasite. What else is there to bring up? Got the meal. I'm running through the chapter real fast to make sure I haven't missed anything in this discussion. So yeah, Jigen is definitely a like authoritarian leader. What he says goes. Delta can't move out until Jigen has given his like express permission to join the fight. Yeah, Kawaki has definitely been abused by Kara. I'd be very shocked if Jigen has not been manipulating him. And I maybe see that as what's going on all the way through to the flash forward. Because like if Kawaki isn't really the villain, he's just being set up by Jigen. For one thing, villains setting up other villains has been a recurring theme through Naruto, so I definitely see that. So that makes a lot of sense for it to continue into Boruto. Also, anything that moves focus away from more Ototsukis is like a plus decision by me, because with the singular exception of Urashiki, they're all super boring. Ototsukis are not good villains; they're just kind of there. You know, because like the heroes need someone to fight. Urashiki, I'd be perfectly fine if he sticks around in the anime. I don't know how they bring him over to the manga, but I would not mind him finding his way over into the manga. I know they did that with Sumirai already. But yeah, there's a whole lot to talk about this chapter. There's you know, Jigen. I don't know if we had seen Jigen's chin before this, right? Because they make it seem like it's a big reveal. You know, the diamond on it, the karma on his chin, being tied to the karma on Kawaki's palm. But I feel like we must have seen his chin before. Unless when we saw it before, he didn't have the diamond, implying that it's like a super new thing. Also, this is a really like maybe distracting thing. That totally takes away from like the levity of the Kawaki's past scene. But like, has he been dyeing his hair since he was a child? Because, like, there's no way that weird two-tone shit is natural, right? Like, the blonde base and, like, the black on top, it's clearly there in his childhood, and that just seems a little unrealistic to me. But anyway, Jigen's totally an abusive dad. I was over that already. Yeah, Kawaki is clearly not over his abuse, mainly because, you know, Jigen is definitely still bringing it up, as we see with Garo. I'm really digging... The thing I'm digging most, I think, is Delta and Kashin Kochi's dynamic. I think there's a lot of, like, fun between them. I really love, like, gently sparring villains who don't, like, fully hate each other and are fully, like, allied, but also just don't like each other. So Delta and Kashin Kochi is a, like, character interaction that I really want to see more of. Especially if Kashin Kochi's not just Jiraiya in a mask. That would be so stupid and I hate it. Don't let him be Jiraiya. Let him be related to Jiraiya, because there's so much going on. We're definitely supposed to think he's Jiraiya, but don't let him actually be Jiraiya. No, don't do that. So what else? Yeah, Kawaki definitely has been scarred by Kara. Just by how much he wants to get away. I feel like I've been repeating that a lot. Oh, right, something I brought up during the video that I kind of forgot about. it looks like Kashin Koji did. Like, I'm trying to figure out why Kashin Koji seems to be surprised that when Kawaki and Boruto meet, there are two karmas. Because he should know that Kawaki has the karma, and he clearly knows Boruto does, because he just saw Boruto with the karma. So why does he seem kind of surprised here? And then there's Garo, who I don't really have any impression on yet. He seems like a fairly minor villain. I can't imagine he'll survive through next month. But yeah, this video has been one of my longest videos, probably since, like, I don't know, the first chapter of Demon's Plan? That takes me back. But yeah, this is a super long video, so props to you for sticking out this long. There's really not a whole lot else to say, because I've been talking for so long about this chapter. It's a really good chapter. I'm super on board. Kawaki's personality is a little iffy. He seems just a little bit too teenage boy edgy, without this kind of self-awareness that kind of character type really needs. But yeah. So that's Boruto 24. We have 5 weeks to mull over all of this and see what new things the anime brings in to see if, like, liven up the storyline, like, you know, showing Kashin Koji, Genjutsu, and Katasuke was a really cool bit. But anyway, yeah, we'll see what happens there later on. I might start doing anime reviews, I don't know. I probably won't. I say I'll do things all the time, but I've never fucking done them. But yeah, honestly, congratulations for making your way through this 27-minute video. I hope you enjoyed the chapter and the video. If you did, drop me a like, subscribe, what the fuck you want, I don't really care. And as always, people, keep kicking ass, and I'll see you in the future. Bye.